Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. WrestleMania 34 shaping up, coming right up around the corner right now. As of right now, I think there's only one match confirmed for WrestleMania, but I think we can put together probably at least 5 or 6 matches using common sense. There was a pretty cool shirt released yesterday that's going to be for sale at the WrestleMania Superstore. It's probably already on sale at WWE Shop. But it basically is the WrestleMania logo. But with the WrestleMania logo, they put in all of the wrestlers' logos on there. It is pretty easy to look at the wrestlers' logos that are going to be put on the WrestleMania shirt. And guess those are the wrestlers that are going to be used on the show. The one missing that I noticed first was there was no Undertaker. There is a Nikki Bella Fearless logo on there. I'm guessing that somehow she will sort of be used on the show. There's already so many women matches out there. But, you know, using the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, you got to guess that most of the men in WWE that are not injured are going to be used on the card. And with so many singles matches for the women's championships as well as Ronda Rousey, you know, how are they going to find a way to get all of the women on there? Some people have thought there's going to be some sort of, you know, women's battle royal to crown Miss WrestleMania or a #1 contender for their brand's championship. But honestly, in my mind, we just had the Royal Rumble, and that was in January. Here we are in April, and we're going to be doing another women's battle royal. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I know they do it with the men, but they tried to make this year's Royal Rumble seem so special that I'm hoping that there's going to be some sort of like gauntlet match or some sort of, you know, I don't know how many women you can put in the ring all at once, but a lot like the hardcore scramble match that Bob Holly pinned Crash Holly, and I can't remember what WrestleMania that was, if that was WrestleMania 16 or somewhere around there. But they'll figure something good out. As of right now, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns is your main event. I think that honestly, anybody, you know, not living under a rock has been able to tell that that is going to be your main event for well over a year. I mean, I made a video about Brock versus Roman at the WrestleMania 34 main event March 17th last year. So I think everybody has been able to see this coming, barring, you know, an injury to Brock or Roman. This was the plan, that they want Roman to finally defeat Brock at WrestleMania to wear that crown of being the #1 guy in WWE. John Cena, he's, you know, floating around in the weeds, basically trying to get a shot to do anything special at WrestleMania. We saw him show up on SmackDown. He's now going to be added and making it a six-pack challenge for the AJ Styles WWE Championship. I think that anybody out there is cheering for John to get the match against Undertaker at WrestleMania. AJ Styles should be walking out of Fastlane as the champion to face off against Shinsuke Nakamura. It didn't make a lot of sense to me that maybe they didn't really think about it. Maybe they were trying to set up the whole Ronda thing so bad. But when Shinsuke, when he won the Royal Rumble, they had him go out there and challenge AJ Styles. And then I didn't know about Fastlane, so I thought that there was no SmackDown pay-per-view, so it made sense to me. But then Fastlane popped up, and all of a sudden AJ's got to defend the title, and you know, you can't make it seem like this guy is going to be the champion for sure. But I think AJ's going to be taking the championship, going up against Shinsuke Nakamura, your Royal Rumble winner, and having one hell of a really good match there. When you look at what else is going down on the show, they're setting up Balor and Rollins to say who's going to fight against The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm hoping that this ends a lot like the match ended on Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago, where you're showing that these two guys, that there is a you know, one of them's not better than the other, I guess is the best way to say it. That these guys are two of the peak performers in WWE. Don't have one of them beat them. It's a good way. You have Miz going up against Balor and Rollins, a lot like the start of the Elimination Chamber. This time it's going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to be a good, physical, strong wrestling match that's really going to show the strengths of all three of these guys in WWE. I know that, you know, for a guy sitting on his couch watching WrestleMania, a guy that didn't throw the money down, I can honestly say that I think this is shaping up to be a good WrestleMania. Not one that I'm jealous enough that I'm not going to, but with things like the announcement of Stone Cold Steve Austin doing WrestleCon, and a lot of the other special things that are going to be popping up around town and have already been announced. Those are the things that I'm saying I'm missing out on more than anything else. Those are going to be the really fun, awesome things that people remember. WrestleMania should be a really good show. You know, you've got, you know, AJ against Shinsuke, Roman versus Brock, Undertaker versus Cena. You've got Miz, you know, defending his Intercontinental Championship against Rollins and Balor. Looks like we're going to be seeing Asuka going up against Alexa Bliss. And then hopefully, you know, Charlotte can figure out something that's going to be going down with that Women's Championship over on SmackDown. I think the best case scenario would probably be Becky Lynch going up against Charlotte. But then again, that leaves a whole lot of things up in the air about, you know, how a girl, like, what do you do with Sasha Banks? What do you do with Nikki Bella? You know, a lot of the girls that are really over in WWE, you don't want them just sitting on the sideline for WrestleMania. We got to find something cool for them to do. I know that they always like to bring in some sort of entertainer or entertainment to WrestleMania. We'll have to see what that's going to be. I'm sure they got something really big planned. But, you know, for a show that's going to last, jokingly, 10 hours on the WWE Network. I can't remember how long last year's WrestleMania was. But I remember that it started basically the time I got home from work. And it went into the late hours of the night. It was a good one. It was fun. So we'll see what they do to top it this year. Peace out, everybody.